This guy has been the best mid laner for the last 2 splits and didn't get one EU Pro all team, like first all team. One, he didn't.
So hello guys, we are back with another video. Today we're gonna be ranking the mid laners in the LEC.
First of all, guys, Gesh is going to open up an OnlyFans to pay for the camera. So the link is in the description. Go make sure to subscribe to him. It's only €5 a month. It's actually so, guys. With 10th place in the tier list, we have no other than the man, the myth, the legend himself, Nude Cuck. Nuke Duck is
Year of the Duck.
Nude Cuck is the worst mid laner in LEC. This guy is complete dog. Yes, he had champion pool. He also played Lucian mid 5 times this split when it was dog. This guy keeps inting, keeps dying, keeps over pushing, keeps not moving for crabs. Is dog. Thank you. What's your opinion, guys?
Well, Nuke Duck, as you know, Year of the Duck, it's been like the decade of the Duck.
Yes, sir.
He has like 25 million games and he didn't carry one of them. So, yeah, he's the most overrated. I mean, not overrated, but like he's rated as shit. So
I mean,
he's
he was
overrated.
fairly decent like 3 years ago, even 4.
Yeah, at some point,
But-
but like he started 2014, if I'm not mistaken. He never won anything. He played
Yeah.
for various of teams, and like, how is this guy keep getting spot?
And
Like,
what actually
you-
made me annoyed was the fact that there were so many mid laners in ERLs and
Yes.
like, I don't know, it's just annoying. And B, what do you think, bro?
Oh, Nuke Duck? Well, how many times did I hear the phrase Year of the Duck? And well, it went to shit so many times.
Yeah.
Well, with Schalke, I remember he got to the finals with upset against Fnatic. Well, they won first game and then got absolutely shitstormed. Other than that, well, Nuke Duck, well, I'm sorry to say, but it does feel like he's just stealing paychecks in the LEC right now, because in the
Yeah.
ERLs there are just so many more better mid laners, and well, he got the
Even cheaper
experience.
options.
Yeah, he got the experience, but in my opinion, he's kind of washed up. That's our number 10. Then number 9, we have Dajor, who played for Fnatic Rising, by the way, for one split. I think he went straight from solo queue to pro player, and he's
Yeah.
still finishing school or just finished it. Insane achievements. In my opinion, he's going way too fast. I think he still needed a bit of time in the ERLs. I think he's still better than Nuke Duck, but he's gonna have a bit of a hard time competing against other mid laners in the LEC right now.
Dajor is my boy, honestly. I talk to him like once in a while via Twitter, and this guy is just too awesome. He's just a really fun guy to have around. And yes, he had the biggest speedrun to LEC ever. He is the quickest player to go from pro player to LEC in history. This guy has a really big champion pool. I do remember that it was Rux that kind of recruited him. He found him in solo queue, talked with Bin and said, this guy is really good champion pool. He's been grinding solo queue, 1k LP. Like, this guy is just too good. This guy is insane champion pool, as I just said. I do think that he's going to be fine in the LEC, not just now. He's ninth because I do think that there are 8 better mid laners than him, me and the boys. But yeah, I do think that he has a shit ton of potential, and I just hope that he does well in Astralis and just makes it work.
Yeah, I have to agree. He's like very big talent, even though he's like super new to pro play. Even though he had like one split of pro play, he still went to finals and like to 5 games against KC. He represented Fnatic Rising very good. So I'm happy about him, about reaching LEC. Yeah, a bit too fast, but let's not forget what talent he have. Like, he's very promising. In few years time he can reach like probably a top team if he develops right. So and also he has the FFC buff. As you know, guys, we are part of this amazing Discord called FFC. He's part of us. He's an amazing guy. So 9th place, good for him. And we move on. Yep. In number 8, we have Certus. Certus, he used to play for Misfits Premier. He's 20 years old. He won LFL with them. He went to semis, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
Yeah, he lost to Fnatic, of course, to Deja.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. He lost to Deja. He can play a lot of champions, by the way. He can play LeBlanc, Zed, Zoe, Syndra, like these types of champs. He can play a bit of mages, a bit of assassins. He has been developing around for a few years, and he's like quite young, as I said, 20. So, what do you guys think of Certus?
So Certus, actually, funny story. I kind of randomly found him on Twitch one day when he was still getting 50 viewers, 60, 70, something like that. He streams in German. I was just, I don't know. He seemed like that type of guy that is really nice, can be a really good teammate inside the team. He will never be toxic as fuck. Yeah, he will say his opinions about stuff, but he will never drag a teammate down, in my opinion. And so coming to the LEC, I think it's gonna be a bit slow in the beginning. Like that's why we put him 8. He's still lacking experience, in my opinion. Yes, he played a bit in the ERLs, but this is LEC now. Like this is where all the top dogs are playing. Where you gonna face mid laners like humanoid, perkz, and caps. He's here to grow, right? It would be nice if he reaches playoffs in his first year. That's a solid goal to achieve. So let's see how it does.
It's actually interesting what you said about how you find him, because I have the exact same story. I literally found him on Twitch, and I was like, okay, this guy is good. And then I figured out that he was playing for SK Prime at the time. This guy is really good. I don't understand a single word from Dutch, except like I'm not going to say them. But yeah, I don't know very much about German. But this guy, like at least in solo queue, is just too insane. He never instant a pick. He's always picking like good champ. He's not picking like bullshit Yasuo, Zed, Yone players that he's not going to pick in pro play. He's just playing champions that he can actually play in scrims and in official games. This guy has had an insane year with Misfits Premier. He was one of the best mid laners, if not the best mid laners in the French league after second, of course. I do think that he's going to have an interesting year and a surprising year in Misfits this year. In SK this year, I mean, he's really good. And from being really good from the French league, we have Nuclear Int that is French and is for BDS. Is our 7th pick. Nuclear Int was an interesting player last year. He had quite some good games. He's like the Mourinho meme. Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit. It was actually that, but he has really good upside. He had some really good Akali games. He just I don't know. I do feel like he's going to have a pop-off year this year. He plays a lot of control mages like Syndra, but he also played like one game of Irelia. It's unfortunate he lost, but he had a really good game, I remember. But yeah, this guy will have a good year, I think. What do you think, guys?
Yeah, like Nuclear Int was a rookie last year. He had some really good games like on Rise and stuff. He had also bad games where he inted the hell out of his team. So it's kind of iffy. But this year I think he developed a lot. So I think he will be actually the best player on his team. So I think 7th place is pretty decent. Looking at the list we have above, like all the players are better as of right now. So what do you think, NB?
So I think Nuclear Int at 7th is pretty fair in my opinion, because last year he was playing with Kirei, and jungle and mid synergy is really important, and if your jungler ints you every second game, or even like every game I would say, then it's really hard to say how good you are as a mid laner. Nuclear Int is still a rookie in my eyes. He still needs a bit more experience to be better than some mid laners. He's still a question mark, so let's see how he does with Kinkov in 2022. But yeah, I think 7th is pretty much deserved. So at 6th we have Larsen. I would say like this is actually pretty surprising maybe for some people, because Larsen seems the type of player who might have really good CS diffs, like really good stats, really good KDAs, but I think he's a bit of a control mage OTP, like that Syndra, Oriana, Victor type of player. He
Azir
won't
as well.
Azir as well. Oh yeah, Larsen Azir. Yikes. He won't ever pick really explosive picks in my opinion. He'll just farm, almost never roam. He just likes to stay in mid.
No.
I think
Yeah.
sixth is deserved.
Even though Larson is like been in the league for quite some time now, he has developed like really good mechanics and really good CSing, of course. But I do think that he's the most useless mid laner because this guy manages to have 11 CS per minute, yet be useless until like 35 minutes. He doesn't use his leads to like he doesn't turn them into anything. He just has them and doesn't do anything with them. He doesn't fight. He doesn't roam. He doesn't go for skirmish. He doesn't try to like make the other laners suffer and go back to base, look some XP. He doesn't do much of that. But even with all of that being said, he's still a really good player. He's like the hecklers of mid lane. You can just count on him to be in the late game and just deal some damage.
Both
So and I'm
Swedish.
fine with it. Yeah, both Swedish, by the way. It might be a Swedish fetish, by the way.
I also agree. Like Warsen he's a good player, but like he's not flashy at all. Like the reverse of flashy. Like he's a reverse humanoid. They play kind of the same pool, but they play it way differently. He's the type of player just to stay mid, farm, and be kind of useless at some point in the end games if he doesn't like get a huge lead. So yeah, he's not the worst. He's not the best. I think sixth place fits him perfectly. And at fifth, we got maybe a controversial one because he's a rookie, but we have Riker, who just joined Mad Lions, the 2 times in a row champions. He's 20 years old. He's from like China and Germany, like something mixed. He used to play for Big Clan. They won in the Prime League. He went to semis at U Masters. He lost 2-3 to KC, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, he was really hyped up, like joining LEC. Everyone thought like he's the next mid laner in EU. He's great. Like we all also know that he's a great leader. He was the leader for BIG, so he can lead the team. He can play various of champs. So I'm really hyped about watching him. What do you guys think?
So Ricker, there were rumors that he would join Fnatic, and it kind of got me hyped, because well, it was between Ricker and Power of Evil, I remember, and I was about to,
I
uh,
was about to lose my shit.
yeah, I was about to go find a bridge or something, but Ricker, he's an interesting player. Like maybe we rated him a bit too high for a giga big rookie, but the potential is insane. I think Medline should be really happy that they acquired Ricker. He can do a lot of damage in the list, in my opinion. It might be also a coin flip. He might be really bad as well, but he has Alioya Kaiser on his team who will guide him. I think he'll do just fine for Medlines.
At the end of the day, we have to trust Mad Lions management. You have to think that both Fnatic and Mad Lions wanted him. Fnatic and Historic Org. And Mad Lions is known for making like rookies really good into the league. And Ricker is such a good mid laner. I do think that he's like the next big mid laner. This guy is way too good to be in ERLs. I'm so glad he got out of them. He smurfed every fucking game in ERL. Every game. I don't recall like one game where he plays poorly or he doesn't CS properly or he ints a pick. This guy is just insane. I would love to get him on Fnatic. I'm so happy with humanoid, but Ricker is the next big thing for me, for sure. And talking about the next big thing, we have our number 4 pick, and we chose Vithio for the 4th place. Vithio had an astonishing year this split. He had a really good summer split alongside Hazard Kanidit. He had some disgusting Zoe, Akali. This guy is just too good on those picks. If he has a comfort pick, he's going to snowball and 1v9 the game for sure. I get a bit scared when he is out of his comfort pick. Because if that happens, he's most likely going to int lane and lose some HP for creeps. And that's not always ideal. So let's see how how this year goes for him.
Yep, I think Vito on comfy picks, he's like the best mid laner in EU, like on Zoe, on like Akali. He's just way too insane, but on some picks that he is not that comfortable around, he just chokes a bit. But still, he learned quite a few champions. He's developing. He's still quite young, like he's 19 or something. Like he's properly young, you know. So it's only upwards for him. Like he can't fuck it up, you know. He just needs to grind. And even though we put his team like very low, like ninth misfits, I think,
Yeah.
yes, he still is that big star of the team alongside Hirit. So yeah, I already see good things from him coming in the future.
Yeah, so Vithio is gonna be playing with Zlatan next season. Obviously, Zlatan coming in is a really big rookie to the LEC. This is not a Razog that will literally carry your team. He will need time to adapt, and Vithio, it's gonna be Vithio Hirit show in my opinion for Misfits. Otherwise, they are pretty doomed. Like they have to rely on their solo laners to win games, and Vithio is pretty good mid laner. He can definitely carry his team with picks like Zoe, Syndra, Kali, and probably forgot something. LeBlanc is also pretty solid for him, I think.
Yeah.
Those 4 picks, well, the
You
teams
put
will,
again,
yeah, as well. So okay, with you at 4th, pretty solid in my opinion. He can definitely go to be even better. Let's see. But with this current Misfits, probably not. Let's see. So at 3rd place we have Caps. Now, is it surprising that we put Caps at 3rd and not 2nd or 1st? I don't think so. He was pretty mediocre last year with G2. But then again, you can say it was because they had players like Reckless. They just didn't click together. Caps is still, in my opinion, maybe the 2nd best European player. He can win you LEC titles whenever he got the right pieces on his team. Right now, it's a bit hard to say with the current G2 whether they got the right pieces. But Caps is still, in our opinion, top 3. He can be top 1 if it's only claps all the time and not grabs. Yeah, he got one of the best champion pools in out of all the EU mid laners, and he can definitely carry G2.
in my opinion, I think the third place is the ideal spot for Caps right now. He had 2 atrocious splits. I do think that the main cause of G2's insuccess was Caps. And like top 3 is the big dogs league, you know. You have Caps, perkz, humanoid. Those are the top 3 for sure. But Caps, was so much like the focal point of G2. Jankos was perma ganking him. It was like all the team was playing for him. Mickey X was just saying, "Fuck you, Reckless. I'm going to mid lane. I'm going to gank there 3 times, and you're going to have a kill." He got the kill. He had 300 gold bounty every game, but then he plays like he's worth 50 gold. Like, why are you going in if you have a bounty on you? And that made them lose games so hard because he was playing like a lunatic. He was just going in on everything when he had the bounty, and he just helped the team lose just by playing like sloppy. And that's why I think he cannot be top 2 at least in our rankings, because he just needs to prove himself that he's not a sadistic fuck playing the game.
Yeah, I have to agree with the other 2 boys, but we can't forget that Caps is like, he had the highest peak as EU mid laner as a skill wise. He was like top 3 in world at some point, like behind Faker. He is his A player, and G2 thinks he's his A player because he just signed 4 years deal with them till 2025 or 2026, something like this. So they clearly believe in him, or it's otherwise contract jail. It's one of the 2.
True.
But let's see if it's gonna be Caps or Quaps or Craps.
True.
It will be interesting. But talking about world class and like goats, of course, at number 2nd, maybe surprising, maybe not. We got Luka Perkovic, aka perkz, the goat of EU. He's still young, like he's 23. He has won 8 titles LEC. He has won MSI. He has went to World Finals. Yeah, he had a bad year at C9. Yes, he went in any like to semis, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, he lost 3-0 to JG at like at quarters, but still it's perkz. Even though he's losing his hairline, his skills are not lost. He's he's goated, of course, and I cannot say, I literally cannot say bad thing about perkz, even though he is the biggest legend for our biggest rival. But perkz is goated, and it's shame we didn't get him. But I'm happy with, very happy with humanoid. So what do you guys think about Uka perkz?
So, this offseason was a mess. As a Fnatic fan, I was depressed for days. I thought we would end up with Power of Evil, and then it was perkz, and then Humanoid. Like, Humanoid wanted to go to NA, so we thought, nah, no way, this guy joins Fnatic. With perkz, I was actually really hyped. I thought he would join us. I would be really happy if he joined us, but we also got humanoid. So about perkz, this guy, in my opinion, is the best EU player ever. He is the number one undisputed, the GOAT, the greatest of all time in EU. And yeah, there was this granny meme that I posted on Twitter that he loved. Well, who knows? Maybe NB just solo got perkz to Fnatic in 2024. Let's see. Other than that, perkz is such a great leader. Like, he's probably behind players like Humanoid and Caps in skill and mechanics, but this guy will keep the mental in check during a best of 5. He will win you a series against someone like, well, back then it was SKT. It was a big thing to beat them. He can definitely lead teams to semis, to finals at Worlds. He will beat someone like EDG and Dumb on a good day. This guy is just a natural born winner. What do you think, Issa?
I mean, it's not a coincidence that the moment perkz is with G2, they go to finals, I believe, World Finals. The moment and he's LEC champions like 3 years in a row. The moment he leaves, he goes to NA. He takes NA out of groups for the first time in God know how many years. G2 fails to qualify for Worlds, and he goes to top 8 of Worlds. It's not a coincidence. perkz is that good. That is why perkz will be, at least for now, the best European player, like the West has ever seen. This guy is way too good. This champion pool is insane. This guy's mechanics are insane. This guy roll swap to ADC, was the best ADC. Swap back to mid, was the best mid. Like, bro, he's insane like that. He's a different breed. But you know who's more of a different breed? Our first place, my boy, recently acquired, Fnatic boy. Sometimes hinting, it doesn't matter. It's humanoid. This guy has been the best mid laner for the last 2 splits and didn't get one EU Pro all team, like first all team. One, he didn't. You know why? Because Alice is like, oh my god, let the fans the fucking vote. let them vote, and they have the word on this. And this is why G2 has 5 players in the top in the first team all pro. Humanoid is 2 times, he's back-to-back LEC champion, the best player on the best team, and he's not on the first team. This guy's too good. This guy played Tristana and Eaten. Doesn't matter. Next game he plays Orianna out of meta and gets a quadra kill. This guy plays Orianna, LeBlanc, Lucian, Syndra, Talia, Azid. This guy plays everything. I love him. So with him, I do believe that Fnatic can be great once again. And let's get this championship.
Yes, let's go. I agree. Like, humanoid is just different breed. Like, he got fucked by the fans with those votes, but it doesn't matter. Like, he has the 2 titles in a row. He's smashing like game after game. Yeah, he used to be coin flip, but nowadays he ins like 20% of the games, and the other 80 he just smashes. He just smashes around mid laners. Yes, he might be like getting caught a bit, you know, in lane, out of lane, but still, this is the definition of a clutch player who is just gonna win you games. He's gonna bully not just the mid laner. He's gonna bully the whole other team, and like you can't ask more from a mid laner. You know, he's the reverse of Larsen. Like they might play the same shit, but like he plays it on a new level. Like not the boring player. You know, he's that exciting guy that you
True.
just want to watch and to see what he does next.
So for me, it's baffling that we somehow got our hands on humanoid. I don't know how Mad Lions accepted this deal. How they gave us humanoid. Humanoid, well, maybe he's not doesn't have as many titles as perkz or caps, but he's the next big thing, right? He's still really young, and now he has Wunder, Razork, Upset, and Healy on his team. Holy mother of God! Like, this is gonna be an amazing year already.
And
Like,
Yamato is a coach.
like we probably won't go 18-0. We will have our fun games too, because well, we have Healy, humanoid. Well, they'll have some fun. They'll have some fun, but the enemies won't have fun in the long run. I think this team with humanoid is gonna be fucking dangerous. It's a shame that we didn't get perkz, but holy moly, we got humanoid instead. Like, we can't be sad because of that, you know? Like, should be happy. This guy won 2 LEC titles. Yeah, at Worlds they didn't go far, and MSI, because I don't know what's with Mad Lions, they just seem to choke it in international events. With Fnatic, let's hope it's a different story, right?
I mean, to be fair, they had quite the opponents in the international events. They faced Damwon 2 times. No, not did they face Damwon?
Yeah, they did. They did.
Yeah, like it's kind of bad for them. But you know what? What could make us happier as Fnatic fans? Humanoid, if you ever listen to my voice, hello, I'm Mista. Could you join our server? Because you
please.
will be loved there.
Please,
You
please,
will be
please.
loved.
We are not weirdos. We are nice
even-
people.
Even if you play against G2 with Tristan like you did last split, and you jump over to the chickens camp, and you die because you have no vision, we will type 5 because you deserve it.
Of course.
So guys, this was our tier list of the mid laners. A quick recap from it's from Astralis. Yes, the Nude Cuck in 10th, Dajor in 9th, Certus, Nuclear, Int, Larsen, Ricker, Vicio, Caps, perkz, and Humanoid, the one and only. This is our list, and I hope you liked it. If you didn't like it, tell us how in the comments. Why is it bad? Why don't you think that Nude Cuck is the worst mid laner? Tell me. Is it because he plays for 8 years and doesn't achieve shit? Is it? Exactly, guys. I hope you love this video, and we are FFC.
Thank you for watching, guys. See you in the next video. Adios.
Yes, make sure you subscribe and shoo.
See you.